um, August 8th. It's like 5 o'clock in the evening or afternoon. I'm still unpacking. It's coming along really nicely, really nicely. Like it's starting to feel good. I think the only thing right now where I'm a little more on the need to be mindful of is where I park my car because it's every street has different signs, like what days you can't park and you know, stuff like that. So I'm always like like first I'm like, okay God, like bring me a good parking spot, and so far so good. it's I've been getting great parking spots, and then as soon as I like get out, I'm like, where's the sign, where's the sign, and I take a picture of it so I don't forget. So so that's been an adventure. Like tomorrow, I mean I found one like literally like around the corner, but I have to wake up early because I need to move it by 8. So then I was like, okay, you know what, I'll just wake up early and go for a hike to where my cousin took me, and so I'm gonna go there, if I remember. I think I remember where it's at, and do that for like an hour, and just enjoy the ocean. So that's pretty neat that I could just do it really quickly. Hopefully quickly. I don't know. We'll see. But I guess it's Lionsgate today, or this time frame, and Leo season. And you know, I remember last year when all this was starting to happen, like I remember there was a lot of talk about Lionsgate portal and doing like a special meditation for it. I'm still I remember when I started following certain people like Christina Lopes on YouTube, they would have this special like video for it, and I still don't know exactly what it is, but I guess it's just a portal or something where you're able to write. I mean, it just I don't know, I shouldn't say much. Maybe I'll just put links on there as I do some research on it and kind of see what it is, and I guess why it's such a big thing. I don't know. But it was I got invited to attend this new moon ceremony today. We did it via Zoom, and it was really great. My cousin invited me, and it was great to be amongst all these women who are participating, and we did like a little ritual with like sage and cleansing, and I was really looking forward to that one because it's like a new space, right, that I've moved into, and really wanting to cleanse the energy and just, you know, I mean, it's a new chapter in my life, right? Release the old to allow space for the new. And so yeah, so we did that, and then there was just like a little mini talk, and I mean, it definitely, personally for me, there's definitely a level of it that it resonates with, that I resonate with. And again, it's only been one, so I'm gonna keep attending just to kind of get a feel for maybe other topics of conversation. Yeah, and you know, and I'm fairly new to this world. It's only been what, a year now? Yeah, like that's when I was introducing myself. I'm like, it's only been a year that I've been really tapped into this world, and so I'm still learning. There's still an element of where like I don't feel like I know a lot with one, just the cultural too, like the cultural history. Like a lot of people were introducing themselves as natives of or that where they're from, and then they would share like the indigenous space of San Francisco. I don't know all that, so I'm like, oh, well, like they're really into, yeah, it's just a lot of knowledge, right, about just the indigenous culture and the first settlers here, the first people here, and first groups of people. And so that was interesting, and I should have written down some stuff too to look up, but And but I felt very welcomed, and I think what stood out the most, and I don't know if I mentioned it, like I haven't really meditated with, I think probably for like a good month since I started packing and preparing for this move, because I've just been like, my space has been turned upside down, and so a lot of the messages, if you will, or just, I don't even know if I want to call them messages, but like a lot of the I want to say the weird stuff, but not the weird stuff, like I don't see, I think maybe a couple times, I'm trying to remember if I saw my waves at night, but I know I've been getting more dreams, that's for sure. I've been getting more dreams during this past month that kind of like, you know, if you follow me along, you've heard me share what those dreams are, but I haven't really tapped into meditating, and so I haven't seen my waves because I haven't done it. So there was, so she led us through this guided meditation, and I've never really been a fan of guided meditation because it's like I've tried other guided meditations, and it's kind of hard for me because then I'm like having to it's like I have to use a certain part of my brain to process the words. And so it never really worked for me, so I didn't expect it to work. And she walked us through our different chakras, and then she was like kind of guiding us as to what we should be seeing. And she was saying like we should see like this circle, or imagine really, it's imagine like these discs, or these, and she was going through each chakra, and they're different colored, right? Like the root chakra is red, and well, you know, going up. And I don't know all the colors. So she was going through them, starting with the root chakra. I didn't see anything. I didn't see. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna relax, right? I'm just gonna give myself a relaxed state. Then she mentioned the blue one, and she tied it to here, and I didn't know. I think I might have seen it, but I never thought much of it. But she mentioned the color that I started off seeing, like when this whole process started for me. I think I mentioned when I started seeing the colors, it was like a purple, like a blue, it was a beautiful blue. That was the first color that I remember seeing. It was pink and blue, I think, like, but more blue. But she made that reference to that color, or that chakra color, that color, when she got to the throat chakra. And we were talking about, well, she was talking about blockages, right? And so then I realized, I was just like, you know, this whole past year, a big lesson for me has been about speaking up, right? About speaking up, just speaking my truth, and helping myself be in alignment by speaking up, and what my beliefs are, and defending myself almost, and just you know, to not be overpowered by other, or controlled by somebody else, or being told what to do. Like, that's something that I'm having to overcome. And so so when she said that color and associated with the throat chakra, I was like, oh my gosh, that's probably why that has been such a big emphasis, one, with the color that I see, or that I started seeing, and that blockage, I guess. So I thought that was really neat, like just kind of being able to put that together. And then when she got to like the third eye and the crown, like that's what she said about the purple and the violet. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the color that I see. And I kid you not, out of all the chakras, like I didn't see any of the color. I didn't even see the blue. But when she got to that purple, that chakra, that's when I saw my waves again. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm tapped in. So it was a nice surprise. One, because I'm not usually able to tap in when I'm doing a guided meditation. I usually have to put like my music on, and it's meditation music with no words, just the sound. And then I usually, you know, do my I used to go through each chakra with my abalone shell and all the stones. I remember that. And then I remember I transitioned from that and just using my selenite stone on my heart. And then now I didn't even use any stones, and it was just more of this gratefulness and just being at peace, really, and just being relaxed in that state of mind. And so I saw my wave, and so as she's talking, I'm seeing the purple, and I'm seeing the waves, and the waves are like, they're moving from the top to sides, going like this, and then the bottom right was kind of like feeding into it almost, but not feeding it like around, but just like feeding the bottom part, and they were all in motion together, and so when it did that, it kind of like when you shade something in, you shade the outside of something and then you create a shape. So this just shadowing was when it was all coming at the same time. So it was like coming together like this, and then this one would kind of be the base. And so the shape that I saw from the waves kind of coming in was a triangle. So I thought it was really neat because I hadn't seen that specific type of like motion. The closest thing that I remember was I don't even know. I'd have to go back and look. I haven't been preparing videos just because I've been trying to like catch up, and I still need to finish some training for work. But before I officially moved, I was looking at some of the old videos, and there was one where I was still stuck and questioning why certain people in my past, like why I was feeling a certain way, and why it was just really hard for me to let go, and oh, that's what it was. The confusion came when I remember early on in my meditation, I would think about this other individual in my life, and I remember there was a video where I was reflecting on a memory, the beginning of it, the beginning of the relationship, situationship. It's not a relationship, situationship. How Christopher Minopon calls it. But just the beginning. And I remember I would meditate and I would just focus on that, and I remember getting the glow, like the gold, like warmth, and being tripped out about that. And then with this new fire sign, and then the emotion, not the emotion, but there's the colors that I would see when I would think about this fire sign, and I remember being confused about it. And so one of the other videos, the older videos, it was something about like I have to look at it. I briefly saw it before I moved out here, and I completely forgot about it. I completely forgot about having had that moment. And I was like, when I was listening to myself partially, then I was like, that's right, I did have that. So that's what this reminded me of. But it wasn't like the fishy type of circular all three. It was just a triangle where it was like the waves were coming in, and it created the shape of the shadow of a triangle, and then the bottom one was going to yeah, so it would come out like this, and it was just, I'm looking at the the video part. So the shadow, the way the purple and the shadow just created like a shape of a triangle in the middle. That's it. But it was nice to be tapped in like that, because I haven't for like over a month. So at least I don't think. I have to look back on the video if I forget. So that was nice to be able to do that in this new space, right? And then I was thinking about it this morning too, as I was, I have my little living room area set up, and then I was thinking like, where am I gonna like, I'll probably right here, have my little meditative space, because in my old apartment I had that, so I'm just, settling in, and yeah, so that was cool. That was a cool thing to participate in. Never done it before, first for everything. And yeah, so tomorrow's officially my first day at work, assuming that I get everything done that I need to get done tonight. If not, I'll finish it tomorrow morning. and we'll see how that goes. So keep you guys posted. All right, take care. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me. So take care.